All right, well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our brand night, our first brand night for the month of March. It's March 3rd. My name is David Scoltetti, checking in from Florida, and it's a pleasure to be with you all. I'm seeing, as I do every single week, I'm seeing a lot of new names here that are checking in from all over North America and a handful from Mexico. So welcome. Welcome to
Right.
the call. So, for those of you who are brand new, we do this brand night each and every Monday night. We do it at the same time on the same bridge, and our goal each week is to highlight one of the brands in the MDC marketplace. And tonight is really special because it's a brand new brand. And not only is it brand new, but it's applicable to anybody, and I mean anybody who has skin. So if you have skin or you know people who have skin, you're definitely going to want to dial in here. And you have some time, by the way, to message a couple people because you are going to absolutely love this brand. And to kick things off, I'm going to turn this over to JoJo Monroe. For those of you who do not know JoJo, she is the hostess with the mostest every Monday night. She is a lifelong entrepreneur, at least as long as I've known her, 20 years. She's a seven-figure income earner, excuse me, in this profession. She's an amazing wife, an amazing mama of two young boys, and a great leader for our team. So, JoJo, why don't you take it away?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pied Piper. Yeah, and please, everyone, welcome our newest brand partner, Raybae. We have Jay and Esme here, business partners, owner, and this is the coolest thing. You guys, we've had time to talk for the last half hour. More than anything about loving your brand, you guys are incredible people, and it's been such a privilege and honor to meet you over the last little bit, and it's so exciting to have you here. So thank you for taking the time to connect with our team tonight. It's going to be a fun night.
We're excited to be here and thank you for having us. We've been talking about this for a week since, or 2 weeks since you invited. So we've been excited about it.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's dive right in, you guys, because this brand was cultivated, was very intentional with why you created it, Jay. And so give us a little bit about that background and how Raybae even came to be, and go into the significance of the name, because I think it's quite beautiful as well.
Well, thank you. Well, as I think I shared with you, Raybae is the culmination of having the opportunity to have worked with a lot of young women in my life, through photography, behind the scenes at movies, things like that. And also having had the opportunity to work with a number of estheticians as well as, hair and makeup specialists in Hollywood and stuff like that. And as I was telling you, the day starts early in the morning on those sets at 6:30 with a young lady with no makeup on, and she, is sitting there seeing her real self in the mirror, her pimples and all the other things that come along with real life. And so I get a lot of opportunity to listen to them and to talk to them. And Ray-Bay is really a culmination of all the things that, and we cater to men and women both, but because women tend to be probably a little more conscious of that than men are, it was designed around the idea that women can have better skin and have skin that they are willing to go out at the end of the day, and or at the, if your husband walked in and said, let's go get something to eat tonight, and you say, oh, but I don't have my makeup on, we don't want you to ever say that again. We want you to say, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And that was the idea behind Ray-Ban and where it came from. The name is kind of also a little bit generational. It's Bay is a generational term. Your husband is your Bay, your significant other is your Bay. And Ray is like the rays of the sun, the light that shines. So Ray Bay is the light that shines on the people that are most important to us, our customers. So it's a combination of two words that came together to create the name for our product.
I love it. And Esme, you have an incredible background too, both in skincare and in makeup. So you see both sides of it. You work, I mean, you're like one of the lead people with Estee Lauder, Ulta. I mean, you work with big name brands on the makeup end. So explain to everyone why it was equally as important for you to kind of put your name on something that had such intense skin quality for skincare as you're working on both sides of the aisle, so to speak.
I think it's a lot of people will go in, and I see lots of times people want things like corrections, like they'll go in for a concealer and they're wanting certain things. And I realize when it comes down to it, it's more of a matter of their skin. They're not comfortable in your own skin. And I want people to also feel comfortable leaving the house without makeup. And that's when you feel your most beautiful. And one of the things about this, it's so simple, it's to the point, it's clean, it's understandable. And when you started telling me about it, I'm like, tell me more. Because I work with so many different skincare brands. And once he started talking about this, I said, I want in. Like, what do you
Yeah.
need from me? And I'm 100% on board.
And what a perfect fit. I mean, you guys have known each other for 13 years, and Raybae has been a complete culmination of clean ingredients, beautiful product. And I have to give this compliment because I don't know for everyone here. Have you seen the packaging? Like, put some comments in the chat because it is the most understated, elegant, chic packaging that I cannot wait to have on my counter when the order comes in, which I am chomping at the bit for. But let's go into it. Let's go into, if we want to share some of these slides, because people want to know, what are the products? How do I use them? People are just getting their collagen mask. Dr. Aaron, I'm so glad you said that because this is like going to be everyone's favorite. So Jay, Esme, go into this overnight collagen mask. And Esme, you had an amazing tip that I think people are going to love. So I want you to share that one as well.
Okay.
Okay, well, my biggest tip is that a lot of people want to feel comfortable in their skin, and sometimes we will want something that's going to be able to do a little bit of everything and not have multiple items on the counter. But the collagen mask is really nice because you can actually use it as a primer, and it goes really smoothly on the skin. So when you do add your foundation, your makeup will look really nice and evened out. So that's one of the nice things about it. And a little bit goes a long way because a lot of times I hear women when they talk about, oh, lines and pores. I really enjoy the texture of this, how it lays on the skin. So that way, when you pat your foundation onto your skin, it comes on really nicely, and it's not as visible when it comes to lines and pores.
So the
Love it.
collagen mask, we've got two products that affect, collagen, if you want to call it that. One of them is retinol, which is vitamin A, and retinol actually affects below the skin. It causes your own natural body to recreate collagen and to refirm your skin. And over time, retinol is, by many people's standards, the elixir of youth, where the collagen mask is something that is people think of masks, they think of clay. They think of, you see the pictures of the women, they got clay and all you can see is their eyes showing. And our collagen mask is actually much like our day cream or night cream. It's a very light cream. You can put it on. Your husband can kiss you on the cheek. He won't even know you have it on, but you don't wash ours off until the next morning. You leave it on all night long. And the overall effect of having the opportunity to leave collagen on the surface of your skin for the entire night and wash off the next morning, you're just going to be amazed when you wash it off how great your skin feels, how supple it feels. It just does all the things you could possibly hope for, and it even helps sometimes with blemishes and acne and things like that.
I love it. And it's so funny. You said earlier in the call, and I want to reiterate this isn't just for women, because I have to tell you, being almost to my mid-40s, having a husband who's in his mid-40s, he's starting to take a proactive approach to his skin, which it just cracks me up because that's not the kind of man he is either, but he cares. He really does. And he wants easy processes. And this, I just know I can see him like doing his mask at night in a
Well,
non-effeminate way.
one of the things I want you to do when you get your product is open it and smell it. All of our products are natural, whatever the ingredients are and everything. And it's so light. I think Esme will tell you, no man will have a problem putting this on thinking he's going to go out smelling like a flower. It's not going to happen.
Beautiful.
It's-
Beautiful.
My brother is my roommate, and it's really funny because he's starting to like want to know more about skincare. He's like, I'm getting older. I'm like, I know, I can tell. So he'll come into my room and he's like, what do you got for me? And I have a drawer, and I do have a drawer full of our skincare. So it's like he's going shopping in my drawer. He's like, I'll take this, and he likes the serum and the collagen mask, and because he still wants to feel like a guy, but he wants to be able to have these products in his bathroom and not have a girl probably potentially come over and be like, where'd you get these products and why are they here? Is someone else here? It's funny.
It's
He's like,
true.
he likes that he could have those products, and he's like, no, my sister gave them to me, but he can feel like a guy still and have them in his bathroom.
I love it. And I love this. So yes, to Andy's question, this is a nightly collagen mask, but as Esme said, you can use it as a primer as well. So it's that light and effective. And then this is the travel.
During the day. A lot of
Yeah.
women use it during the day. In fact, more so. And I'll tell you another little secret, but you didn't hear this from me. I have customers who buy it to use on their elbows and their feet
Mm.
because it softens their elbows and feet. Well, I had a customer once tell me, my husband hates my feet in bed. And I started putting your collagen mask on it. And she literally buys it to put on her feet and her elbows.
Wow. Wow. Very
It's
cool.
a texture thing. It's like once you feel the texture, I'll understand what we're talking about because it has such a unique texture, somewhat from what I'm used to and what I've seen on the market. And that's why it's something about it that's so soothing for me. But that's why I like playing with it. He's like, Esme, you
Oh,
can have
I
as much as you
love
want.
it.
I'm
So
like,
let's move to another product.
there you go.
Well, and this is, I think before we go to the next, because this is, I want everyone to know that for the first time we have travel size. So for all of us that are our other brand, which is incredible dream trips that are traveling and going, we can take all of this with us without having to place mad scientist in our bathroom and put them in individual little travel size kits.
Everything
So
in our Glow to Go is TSA approved.
nice. That's awesome. So let's go to the next product that we can highlight, which I think is the serum, which I'm really excited about. Is this the, oh, perfect. The rose hip cleanser. Wait, we got to go back. Hang
We're
on.
jumping around. There we go.
There we go. All right, let's start here, guys, with the age defying serum, because this is awesome. I cannot wait to start this.
Dive in.
I'll dive in. Okay. I always tell people, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more. For me, if you were to only use 3 items for your skincare, I always tell people you want to wash your face. That way you want to have a clean skin. I've come to realize that a lot of people don't wash their face working inside of like Ultas and Sephora's and different stores. So I always like to a friendly reminder, hey, wash your face. You want to make sure you have a clean face. That way when you use this serum, you can penetrate the skin. Serums work underneath the skin to help repair and prevent anything that's trying to come to the surface versus moisturizers help repair anything that's already on the surface. So that's how they work in conjunction. Because I do get asked a lot, if I were to pick one over the other, it's not about one over the other, it's about a partnership. So if you were to use 3 things, just remember, wash your face, then you want to go into your serums, and then you go into the moisturizers, whatever's lightest to heaviest.
So this age-defying serum, you know, it has some natural ingredients that cause, and I don't know how to explain this because I'm not a scientist, but it causes some plumping, if that's not a bad word, in areas around your outer eyes, you know, areas where you start to see lines, and continual use of it will build on that, and you will actually see. I mean, I've had people put on our wrinkle serum and take a picture, you know, and then put it on, and 10 minutes later take another, and you can physically see there's no such thing as a miracle, guys and girls, there just isn't, but you can physically see that you see less fine lines and less aging lines with the use of it. And then you put your day cream over the top of it to hold all that moisture in.
So it's going to lock
That's
it in.
amazing.
And these are
I
good.
love
You
it.
can use them day and night as well.
Perfect. Perfect. And let's go into I think the next one is the cleanser, since we just touched on it. And again, you guys look at this packaging and tell me you're not like, oh my God, what luxury 5-star resort are we staying at that this is going to be in our home, right? Or spa, what, you know, 4 Seasons spa are we staying at? But yeah, go into the cleanser.
Well, the rosehip cleanser, basically, to tell you, I am knowledgeable other than I know that I use it and it works. The rosehip cleanser was designed obviously as your starting point for your day regimen and your night regimen, and really to have beautiful skin. The first step is to clean it, is to take care of it. You know, things like our day cream and stuff are designed to protect you against external stressors. We don't put sunscreen in any of our products because honestly, sunscreen, if you've ever read a bottle of sunscreen, it says, you know, apply every 2 hours. Well, once you have your makeup on, you're not going to go back and apply sunscreen again, nor are you going to apply day cream again. So rather than to, you know, put that out there as a buzz and say, oh, you know, it's not really a true statement. So we don't put sunscreen. You know, we recommend. There's some great other brands that have spritzers and things for sunscreen if you're going to be out and you feel you need sunscreen to that extent during the day. but you always start with your rosehip cleanser and you wash your face. Get as Esme likes to say, you get yourself a clean canvas to work on. Which I love that, because that's exactly what you do.
And when it comes to this cleanser, what I also like about it, it's a gentle cleanser, because everyone has different skin types. Some of us have a little bit of an oily skin, other ones can be drier skin. One of the nice things about this one, especially if you're in an area where it's going to be a harsher climate, like you get your harsh winters, it's not going to dry out your skin, because there are
Nice.
things that could be a little too abrasive to the skin and could end up drying you out, and then it's kind of counteracting the purpose of what you wanted. So you still have this nice gentle clean no matter what kind of skin that you have, so it's not going to overproduce oils in the skin, and it's not going to dry out the skin. So it's a really nice gentle cleanser for all skin types.
And one thing I will mention, and this really came from use from our customers. I've had so many customers say to me, I don't have to use makeup remover in the evening anymore. My rosehip cleanser washes. The only place that it sometimes struggles is if you do a heavy eyeliner on your eyelids. But short of that, I've had many women tell me that this is how they take off their makeup in the evening as well.
That's so great. It's gentle enough, but also effective enough that it does what it's supposed to do, which is get all of the day off of your face.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's go to the next one, because I'm excited about this cream as well. So let's kind of talk about, is this just for night? Is this just, or can it be used both? What do you guys recommend?
Both.
I was ready. I
Yeah,
was excited. I was ready to jump in. Both.
That's
Believe it or
awesome.
not, we have people who actually buy the night cream and use it day and night. In fact, and our day cream's wonderful, but whether it's the economics of your pocketbook or whatever, we have people that use the night cream day and night both. And I will tell you
Awesome.
that they love it. I mean,
I think kind of going back to what he was talking about as well about the sunscreen. A lot of people don't know I always hesitate when there's stuff that has sunscreen in it, because lots of times it doesn't have a lot of sunscreen to begin with. And also the thing is, sunscreen could potentially clog your pores. So that's why the nice thing about these, because none of these products have sunscreen, you can use any of them day and night. It's just at this point, it's just a matter of texture and what texture you feel like is going to be best suited for your skin, but they're all safe enough to use day and night.
Awesome.
One of the things about using, and this is something most people don't understand either, is, if you put this stuff on your face and then, as I mentioned, find a spritzer or some sort of sunscreen that doesn't require you just to, rub it all over. Believe it or not, this stuff, one of the big designs behind this and one of the ingredients in our products, being algae and seaweeds and things like that, are tremendous external stressor, protections, wind and all of those kinds of things.
Yeah.
It also protects you a little bit from that sunscreen. The sunscreen still can effectively do its job, but it's on top of what's already protecting your face.
Nice, nice. And then I had a question. So if we're talking like order of things, right? Because you guys everyone that gets anything from your brand comes with a how to use day and night. But let's say someone did do the night cream. Would they then do the collagen after, or would they do the collagen first and then be done for the night? How do you recommend those two in combination?
In combination,
Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
I would recommend it's always whatever is lightest to heaviest. I would say
Okay.
first, I would think that probably the collagen mask would be last, only because of texture, whatever it was, because you want this to be able to penetrate the skin. So that's why I always recommend that's why serums, they're the lightest. The next thing that's the heaviest, the next thing that's heaviest, and kind of go from there. And a little bit goes a long way.
This will be our first time ever, Esme, that we don't agree.
Really? You don't agree with me?
I look at cis skincare differently. You put the products that are designed to be effective on your skin closest to the skin, and then you cover it with your night cream or day cream as the protection value to hold it in there and to protect you from those external stressors.
Okay.
That would be my thought. So we, for the first time ever here on your MDC,
13 years.
13
I don't know. I'm
years,
starting to question
we
your
have
friendship
never
now.
discussed that before.
Well, but this is the cool thing, because we actually were talking about this too, because in Marketplace we have a bunch of brands, and you guys were saying like each person's going to find their perfect regimen for them, and using other brands in unison, like our Miracle Gel and the Miracle Eye Gel. And you had a recommendation, Jay, that for people that are going to start combining different brands, what would that look like?
Well, first of all, and I want to say this because it's the truth. You know, Raybae was designed, the product line was designed to work together to hopefully provide you the greatest skin you could possibly have. Now, that being said, we all buy multiple things. None of us, we mix and match. I'm not sure it's always the smartest thing, but we mix and match all the time. You know, but that being said, everybody has favorite products they believe in. And you know, one of the biggest steps in being successful with your skincare is believing and loving the products that you're using. And if you
Yes.
products you're using, we want you to use them. We want, and there should be no problem in mixing them and using them with the Raybae products. Our products are designed to work with almost anything. But I always caution, you know, if you have a baby, before you feed it the bottle, you put a drop on your wrist. You put a drop on your wrist right here. We always recommend that. You know, put your product that you want to use on there, put our product on top of it. Wait 20 minutes, wait 30 minutes, you know, maybe wait till the next day. See it, make sure there's no reaction. 99.999% there will not be, but it's always the safe bet in anything you do.
Awesome. Awesome. And Esme, you had a great example just in all your years of makeup. You might use one brand for a lip liner, you might use another. And I think that's just so genius. How your guys' line is gentle and effective enough that it can be used with other products that people love as well, which is awesome.
You know, as a company, and for obvious reasons, legalities and everything else, you know, we always put, you know, say if somebody asks, oh, you know, 18 years or older. I will tell
Yes.
you that I would be shocked not to find out that 25% of our audience isn't between 12 and 18 years old.
Very cool.
You know, if you knew how many mothers have said, hey, you know, is it okay if my daughter uses this? Literally the only product in our product line that I would set aside and say, probably they don't need would be the retinol. Retinol is aggressive. It's not something a 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old girl needs to be using. And the wrinkle serum isn't going to hurt her, but does she really have wrinkles? You know, at the end of the day, probably not. So all that being said, but we have literally looked at packaging and, you know, taking the idea of putting together a kids set. And early on in our company, we actually did put together the day cream, the rosehip cleanser, and then the night cream, the collagen mask, and the rosehip cleanser, and called them youth packages. So this is gentle enough. Do not be afraid to let, you know, if you've got a 14-year-old daughter or son, you know, that you know, don't be afraid to let them use it. This is gentle enough that they can use it.
Very cool. And you know, that made me think of something else that you guys told me, which I think is quite incredible. In all of the years that you have had Raybae, tell everyone the amount of returns you had.
6.
6.
I hate to tell you that.
Total.
I will swear on my life to you, we have had a total of 6 returns.
Wow. And of those, how many were unopened?
2 of those came back, and it was, as you pointed out, buyer's remorse.
Right.
And you know, they're always so sweet, and we always, you know, we take returns. In fact, most of the time, most of the time there's been 6, you know, but most of the time what we'll say is, hey, give it to a friend, you know, and let them give it to a friend, because that just hopefully draws a new customer. But we've had so few that it is utterly shocking, and it's been shocking for me. You know, you always plan in your spreadsheet 6% returns, who knows what, you know, and we just haven't had it. I mean, people have not returned the product once they've gotten it. I've got one customer that has bought 57 times from us.
That's incredible, you guys. Well, I think we covered all of them. Did we get over the retinol? Did we get to the, I don't want to miss any of them.
We didn't touch on the retinol or the C serum.
Okay, so let's do these 2. Yeah.
Yeah, the skin brightening C serum is just that. You know, vitamin C is wonderful for you. And Esme, I should let you take over with this.
Vitamin C helps with discoloration. I know lots of times people are thinking about like dark spots, like how to help with against that. And like we were talking about, sometimes when people are trying vitamin C, it's always good to try it on like the back of the hand just to make sure it works with your skin. So it's just gonna be those other products that you can use.
Retinol by far is the strongest product we have, and it's a full 1%. And if you go into a store, look, you'll see 0.5% on most retinols. Ours is a full 1%. And as I mentioned to you earlier, retinol is by most people's view the elixir of youth. It literally penetrates. Remember Esme talking about serums penetrating. Retinol penetrates the skin, and it causes your body to react in a way that it starts to reproduce your own collagen. As we get older, our body produces less of it. That's why we get wrinkles. That's why we don't have baby faces in the same way, that our teenagers do. And retinol helps to stimulate that natural collagen growth. It's something that you start off very slow with. You use it, you wait 4 or 5 days, you use it another night, 4 or 5 days, another night, and then you go to 3 days and then to 2 days. And you can eventually get to where if you want to, you can use retinol every night. But really what we recommend is once you've built up your skin to be prepared for retinol, then we recommend you use collagen one night, retinol the next, collagen, retinol, and you go back and forth between them.
Nice. That's amazing. Oh, I'm just so excited to get all of this in our bathroom. Again, I know this sounds silly, but as someone who cares very much what things look like, the packaging is so beautiful, you guys. And we appreciate you so much being here tonight. You guys drop some welcomes in the comments. And yeah, I think you answered all of the questions that were in there. And we just can't wait to get more testimonies, more people connected to this incredible brand and to you guys. And we appreciate you so much.
Well, I will tell you that our first 3 weeks with MDC has actually been the best 3 weeks we've ever had with anybody we've done something like this with before. You guys have exceeded our expectations. Seriously, you have. And we couldn't be more excited to be a part of the MDC group. I will just tell you that.
Awesome. And you know what? We didn't even say this. Like, Esme, you are a quadruple threat to the team. Not only do you bring the brilliance and just the education and the smart, but you're also bilingual, bicultural. You're bringing the Hispanic side, the English side. And as a team that has a growing Hispanic team, we are just so grateful to have you here, and we'll be connecting you to so many incredible human beings on this journey. And we just can't wait.
Esme, I'm going to throw you under the bus.
I'm not ready.
Have you said hello to the people in Mexico in Spanish yet?
Yeah. I was like, there's Mexico. I was really excited. Yo soy de Zacatecas, México. Estoy súper emocionada que están aquí. Espero que les guste tanto como me gusta mi familia. Y estoy muy agradecida de estar parte de un proyecto que de verdad está en una parte muy cerca de mi corazón. Sorry, it's just I love it.
And I have no idea what you said, folks, and I hope it was all good.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Family heart. It's wonderful.
We talked about it. That's why we have I got to put the packaging in Spanish. So that's how much I wanted to be a part of it. I was like, do it in Spanish for me. And he's like, okay, then you write it out and we'll stick it on there. So.
That is a good point, folks. And I don't even know if they can see us or not, but our packaging, our warning labels, and our directions are both in English and Spanish. So we do have a bilingual packaging for those folks that are speak only Spanish. So there you go.
And awesome. Because again, like my mom, I'm first generation American, so she doesn't speak English. And I was like, my mom wants to use this, put it in Spanish.
Yeah.
And now, like,
I love it.
I could share with my family, and like I get to go home and like see that in Spanish. I did that. Like I typed it out.
That's beautiful.
Thank you for having us today. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys, you're amazing, and we appreciate you for taking the time. And truly, this will be the first of many that you get to be with us for a long time to come.
We look forward to it. Yeah.
Awesome.
And we'll throw a few other people. Esme will I'll keep her here because I really like having her a part of this. We got a couple of other people. You'll get a chance to meet Jared, who is one of my sons actually, and is actually leading our MDC effort. And then I have another young lady that will be joining us from time to time as well, that does a lot of our trade shows and stuff. And she is just a fireball. And
awesome.
Her name's Alexis. And so you'll get a chance to meet some of our other people too.
Awesome. We can't wait. We appreciate you guys so much.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.